Okay, so now, how many of you get your income, get your money from a 9-to-5 job, like a steady 9-to-5 payroll kind of job? Okay, how many get your money from like a commission-based or different things, works out differently? Okay, and then how many of you do more like a stay-at-home parent or investment, something like that? Okay, yeah. No, you don't really. You see, that's where you physically get the actual check from, but where you get your money from, where your abundance comes from, is actually divine source. You don't actually get it from your job. That's just how it's got to come to you physically somehow through another person. But the way this works is we put out what we want. The universe opens up and brings it to us. But sometimes we say, has to come this way. I want to go to Brazil with Gail. I want to see John of God, but I need to have the money to do that. And then I have to make extra commission at work. And this person has to do that. And then I have to get that paycheck. And it's like we're telling Spirit, okay, I'd like you to help me out with this, but it can only come here. It can only come down this channel, and this person must buy that, and then I can get that money. Otherwise, I don't believe it. How many of us do that, right? We want something, and then we say it can only come in this channel. When we put out to the universe, we have to be open to allowing it to come no matter how it comes, whatever kind of strange ways. At my ranch in California, I ride horses, and it gets really hot there. And I had this area that's kind of bare, and I kept thinking, it would be nice to have a row of trees. If I had a row of shade trees, that would be really nice. And I kept thinking about it, but it was really expensive, like per tree to plant it, and everything was really expensive. So I've been thinking about this for a while, and some guy shows up my property and says, I was working on this property down the road, and they've got spare trees. I could get them and bring them up and plant them for you and have a whole row of trees. But it was still like, $50 each to plant them. So anyway, I thought, oh, that's still kind of expensive. But I thought it would be nice to have some shade trees here, and I just kept thinking about it, and I'm out riding, looking at that area, thinking it'd be nice to have shade trees. And my mom and I had some properties in another town, and the neighbors called to complain. We've got a problem. You need to do something because the hedge is overgrown onto our side. Okay, so we have an issue now. We send out the gardeners to cut down the hedge. And the gardeners call up and they said, okay, well, really the problem is whoever put this hedge in, it's actually trees, and they're planted too close together, so we're going to cut down like 3 out of the 4 trees. And I said, do you think if you took them out and uprooted them, they would live if you replanted them? And they said, well, we could have a go. And so they took all these extra trees that were this problem, and they brought them over to my ranch, and they planted them, and I had this beautiful row of trees for free. So sometimes when we ask for something, it comes to us in an odd way. Perhaps a friend gives us something, or we get something in return for doing something. We have to ask, though. We have to ask permission, because we don't do that. We ask for everybody else, but we forget to ask for ourselves. If you don't ask permission, it's like they're taking away our karma. They don't know. They might be like, well, she's got a lot of financial stress right now. I'd really like to help her out, but maybe she needs a little bit more financial stress. She hasn't asked, right? We'd like to help her out with her family issue, but I guess they're going to keep arguing for a while because, they haven't asked, right? If we don't give permission, it's like they would be interfering with our karma. So we have to actually put it out there, and we forget to do that for ourselves. So when you open up to this spirit world, you find that you have this whole group of beautiful, benevolent spirits that want to work with us. You have your main guide. You have many other guides around you. And these beautiful, benevolent spirits that want to help us. It helps to raise their karma. They want to do things for us. They're sitting around completely unemployed because we're not asking them, right? And they can see a very clear path, but we're going all the other ways around it. And the other thing we do is when we do ask, we forget to look for the signs, right? So we might say, oh, please help me. I really need some help with this. I need help with my career. Can you please give me some new opportunities? Or in my workshops, and they've said, well, I didn't manifest anything. I said, okay, well, after you asked for what you wanted to manifest, what happened? Well, I don't know, nothing really. Like my friend called. I hadn't talked to her in like 10 years, and she called out the blue, wanted some help with something. But I told her I couldn't be bothered. I was kind of tired. And I'm like, you know what? The universe sends you opportunities. So when you ask to manifest something, you got to play that yes man, like the Jim Carrey character, and say yes to everything. So when you ask, and you're asking today, look for all the different opportunities, all the different people you're going to meet, they're going to cross your path. This is Spirit giving you an opportunity. They have to bring it through a physical person or an opportunity. And especially if somebody asks you to help out with something, that's a great indication that, you know, you're being given some kind of a gift. So look for the signs. When you ask for something, make sure you're not kind of walking past the door and Spirit's going, I'm trying to give her this, I'm trying to give her that, but, you know, she's not noticing. All right, so we do all that. And yet sometimes we feel like it's still not happening. How many feel like that? Like it comes, it's almost there, and then for some reason it doesn't come, right? Well, part of that is that we are energy beings, and sometimes we've kind of set up this barrier. Oh, I need a little bit more financial stress, so I'd like to have that thing, but it gets to here, oh, no, I don't really deserve that, I couldn't have that, that's too good for me. And so we think we want it, we push it away. We actually set up some of the learning lessons before we come into this life. Okay, who would like to be my volunteer? I'll do some examples. Okay, the lady over here with the long dark hair. All right, now, and then to make it quicker, maybe we'll have somebody ready to come next. So who wants to come next? You can come next, yeah. All right, so as you're walking up here, my guides are telling me we need a little bit more direction, okay? We need to work on that third eye because you're not really sure where you want to go. You're actually very good at manifesting, but you send so many different messages to the universe because you're not really clear. So you're at a major crossroads with your career, is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And so when we do this, we're actually going to work on your eyesight as well because it's all affected, your clairvoyance, your eyesight, and you're not seeing your way. So your prescription is going to change too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask these beautiful benevolent spirits that come in this room and that work with all of us, I'm going to ask if she's going to be open, and we're going to change your energy. We're going to ask the spirits to connect in and change your energy and open that third eye. But it works for all of you. So we're going to use her as the surrogate, but all of you that want to join in, anybody that feels like they'd like a little bit more direction, like to open up that third eye, or if you've got eye issues, physical eye issues, that will help with that. So if you want to join in, what you're going to do is just uncross your arms and your legs, and you're going to close your eyes. And I'm going to ask that beautiful, benevolent spirits come in and bless our area. Beautiful, benevolent spirits that want to work with us. And we're going to ask to connect in. We're going to ask to shift your energy, remove any blocks that are holding you back, help you to see more clearly, give you better eyesight, but open up your clairvoyance, give you more direction. Do you want to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. All right, did you see purple? These are stars, yeah. I saw purple ones. Wonderful, thank you. Give me a hug.
Thank you.
How about you guys? Did you feel it? Did you feel that opening up? Some of you are more sensitive to the energy than others. It doesn't mean that one of you gets it more strongly. Some of you are just more energy sensitive. Like this lady over there in the purple, I keep picking on you. You're very energy sensitive, yeah. So a lot of other clairsentience over here. You pick up off energy off other people. You must do some kind of actual healing, some kind of energy work. Is that right?
No, but I've been told that. That's weird.
Well, you generally, people come and they gravitate towards you. You're one of those people. People come up to you at work and they go, I have never told anybody this, but I'm going to tell you. And they dump all their issues on you, right? Okay? And you, yeah.
She came with me from work, you know.
Yeah. And what happens is you're very helpful, you're very empathic, you're always helping people. You must do something. If it's not healing work, it's got to be like customer service or helping people.
So I help people. I do when they come in and they talk about their problems. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you naturally do that. But the problem is you don't clear yourself off. You take on their issues and you don't protect yourself. And so maybe a couple of days later you don't understand why you're feeling very tired. Yeah. And actually recently you've been getting almost like anxiety, panic attacks.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's like you're driving along and you just suddenly start to panic about something and you don't even really know what you're panicking about. You're just panicking for panicking.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, I see it right here. It's actually not your energy. It's something you've taken on from somebody else. So this has been going on about 3 months, right?
Well, I could have been. I don't know. I've been taking on a lot of people's stuff that's going on at work.
Yeah. Okay. So we actually sometimes will take on people's energy, and it kind of blocks and stops us from moving forward in many ways. So if you want to work on that, we'll do a little clearing off. We'll ask spirits to change your energy, remove anything. But particularly they're going to work on her heart chakra, because there's something like definitely sitting here. And the message I'm getting is whenever you have an attack like that, you just sit quietly and connect. Know that you have guides, angels, whatever you believe in, and just say, help me. And they will, and they'll immediately take that feeling away from you. So you just have to sit and connect, and they'll make you feel much better. Okay? All right, so anybody wants to work on your heart chakra or remove anything, you know who you are, all my clairsentient ones that take on everybody else's feelings. All right, so if you want to do this, close your eyes. We're going to ask these beautiful, benevolent spirits to come in and change your energy. Put your hand over your heart. We're going to ask to remove any negative energy ties, any energy that's not yours, any energy from anybody else that's not serving you, that's around you. We're going to release and remove the energy from your aura, and especially your heart chakra. You want to do that? Give me a yes.
Yes.
Okay, take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, blow it out. Okay, wonderful, thank you. Okay, who wants to come next? She wants to add that I was right, that she takes on everything from everybody. Okay, come on. And you can come too. Okay, sometimes, yeah. Now, I'm feeling a lot here in my right hip. Do you have hip problems sometimes? No. All right, this is a lot of stuck energy, so it's not moving forward in a way you'd like to move forward. And on your right side, it's more emotional. If you've got problems with your left side, it's physically wanting to move out of a job and feeling stuck in it. If it's your right side, it's more spiritual. So a feeling of, I'd like to do something else. I feel kind of not fulfilled spiritually, okay? Right? And if you leave this too long, it actually becomes a hip problem or a knee problem, okay? So can I work on that for you? Okay. I'm also getting a big thank you from Mom. Are you looking after Mom? She's passed over now, right? Okay. Are you looking after Mum right now? Okay, and you're not looking after Mum at all? Okay. I'm getting from your mom's mum looking down saying, thank you very much for looking after, yeah. And you were very attached to your mum's mum, like more really than your own mum. And she watches you. Okay. So, and she's saying, take a little bit more time for yourself. You're always, again, doing things for other people. And you need to take a little bit more fun times for yourself, not so much work. Put your hand on your right hip. Anybody that wants to work on this, about not moving forward. So if you feel like your career, you feel very, it's not fulfilling, you don't have that emotional. This can also be relationships too. So if you've got a relationship issue, that's going to be your right knee or your right hip. If you want to do your left knee or your left hip, and that's going to be more physically moving. So close your eyes. You can do both if you want. Do both at the same time. I'm going to work first on the right one. So we're going to ask to connect in with the beautiful benevolent spirits. We're going to ask that they change your energy and release any negative energy around that right leg that's stopping you from moving forward. Remove that energy so you can move forward in your career. Do you want to do that? Yes. Yes. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. And then the left side, who wants to work on the left side? You want to remove any negative energy from your left side, help you to get a better job, better career. Give me a big yes. Yes. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Is there a Laura? Okay. Oh, you're going to like this one. Now, as soon as she comes up, I'm feeling it right here in my lower back. So you have lower back issues, right? Big lower back issues, right? This is all financial stress. It's been a lot more recently, taking on other people's stuff. So are you helping kids out? Yeah. Well, there's a feeling right here of taking on other people's burdens. So if we get lower back issues, this is often financial problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on that, remove all financial issues. So if you want to join in, or you just want to be more in the flow of money, so everybody put your hand on your back. And we'll work on this energy here. This will take away the pain from your lower back, but also release anything that's holding your career back financially, right? So put your hand on your lower back. Close your eyes. We're going to ask the beautiful benevolent spirits to work on your lower back, relieve any pain that's there. And let's release any blocks or ties that are holding you back financially. Do you want to be in the flow of money? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Lean forward a little bit. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Talk to you later.
My dad just wants to say hi and give you a big hug. He's around you in spirit. All right, one more. Who else wants to come up? Oh. Okay, this lady on the end here, the white. I really want you to come up because my throat's killing me. So I'm thinking she must have some kind of a throat issue because as I'm looking at her, I'm going, ugh. And so the throat gets shut down from either speaking very negatively about stuff or from not talking about something more often. So when you say, oh, I got a little bit of an itchy throat, I got it from somebody at work, I don't know how I caught this cold or something, it's, hi, how's your throat doing?
Well, I'm tight in here, all through here.
Yeah, she's tight in here, all through here, right? Yeah, so your throat chakra can also be your mouth, your jaw, and all through there, right? This actually started a long, long time ago. This started with your dad when you were young. So you had a very hard time speaking up when you were young. You were very, very shy. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And it's continued on through your relationships and other things. But what we want to do is want to send a little bit of forgiveness to Dad. Dad's in spirit now, right? Yeah. And he's saying, I'm sorry. Okay. And Mum didn't help because she didn't say anything, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then it's affected your relationships. Okay. So we do this. So yours actually came over from a past life with your dad. You actually had a past life with your dad that caused that issues. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to work on her throat chakra so that I feel better. But anybody else in the room want to work on your throat chakra? This is going to help you speak up. So help you speak up for your career, at work, with your family, relieve any throat problems. There's a lady over here has really bad throat problems. The lady in the blue there, you have the same kind of issues. Somebody down here. This lady over here, you've got throat issues. Right? So when you get a little tickle at work and your throat's sore, it's not just because you caught a cold from somebody. Have a think about what have you been talking about recently, or more likely, what have you not been talking about? So if you're biting your tongue at work, you're going to get those sore throat problems. So let's open up that throat chakra. Go ahead and put your hands on your throat. Yeah, both hands on your throat. And close your eyes. I'm actually going to release some ties that actually are around you from a past life. It's almost like you were strangled in a past life, and I don't know if that's a recurring fear of yours.
Is that a fear of mine? Being strangled?
That's I'm picking up that that's from a past life. So I'm going to remove that and everything from this life.
I do have a lot of trouble speaking, and I've been holding so much back that I need to say. It's been incredible. You're right on.
Okay, well, we're going to work on that, and it's all going to come out, right? So everybody watch out. Right, close your eyes. We're going to work on this throat chakra, help you to speak up at work to be heard more clearly. If there's somebody in your past that has stopped you and you know who that is, go ahead and send them a little bit of forgiveness. Just tell them, I kind of understand. I see it from your point of view. or even if you can't, just we want to release that. We don't want that energy sitting here. So to increase your power at work, give you more of a voice, open up that throat chakra. Do you want to do that? Give me a yes.
Yes.
Okay, take a deep breath and we're going to blow it out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And Mum's in spirit too, and she wants to give you a big hug. She never really got to tell you how proud she was. She never really talked about that a lot, so she wants to let you know. And you've got changes in your career coming, and it's going to be wonderful. Okay, thank you. Okay, who else wants to get up? All right, the lady in orange and the gentleman in the black. Okay, so before we come in this life, it's like we set up what different experiences do we want to have. Okay, I was pretty good at finances last time. So this time I'd like to experience a little bit of difficulty with money, a little bit of financial stress. That would be good to experience. Self-love. I need to teach myself a little bit more self-love. So throw in some crappy relationships, right? And you pick these experiences you're going to have, and then you come into life, you forget everything. And then as you grow up, you meet these people and you start to have these experiences. So when we have a relationship and it turns bad, that energy actually sits with us sometimes. So think about the old relationships you've had. When you look back at your old loved ones, do you think, oh, that person, they were real jerks, they did this, they did that. But I love them, I send them love and light because that was a great experience, right? Do we think that? No, we think, I can't believe that person did that. I can't believe they said that, right? If that's still your feeling 10 years later, that energy is still sitting there, right? You got energy from past relationships in here that you haven't released, right? Okay? And you're saying, why don't, it's causing you problems right now. You don't have a relationship right now?
I do have a bad relationship.
You have a bad one, okay. Well, unfortunately, you keep bringing the same ones back again and again. How many of you guys do that? You have a relationship, then you get the same one? I married the same guy twice. Not really, but they don't look the same. But you have the energy. If you don't get rid of it and you don't dissipate that energy and it sits with you, you're going to keep bringing that back and back and again until you finally learn your lesson of standing up for yourself and loving yourself. That's one of your lessons in life. Okay, so you got a bit of a negative relationship, and it's affected you financially and in business. Is that correct? Because it came through as career for some reason, so I don't know why. All right, we're going to remove this yucky relationship. So any of you got any yucky relationships stuck in there? I'm going to work on that for you, okay? So go ahead and put your hands right here on your tummy. This is why you guys have problems with your, your ovaries, your intestines, all this stuff here. This is all relationships. So close your eyes, put your hands here. We'll work, if there's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, we'll get rid of all of them. So go ahead, close your eyes, think about them. And it's hard to forgive, but just say, I don't need your energy anymore. Let's release that with love and light. I understand that I chose you for some reason. I chose to have this experience. I no longer wish to have that. Do we want to connect in with Spirit and ask them to remove any negative relationships, any negative energy that is sitting with us from past relationships? Let's get rid of those people. You want to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes!
Okay, take a deep breath, a really big one. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay, now, I need to give you a big hug. Yeah. Okay, that's from your dad. That was very hard to get anything like that from your dad. But he's saying he's different on the other side. Sometimes they're a certain way when they're with us, but when they're on the other side, they're not godly or anything, but they have a different attitude. And he's saying, what a wonderful parent you are. Yeah, so you're making up for a lot of things that he didn't have. And thank you for all that you're doing. Now, he had a particular career that he wanted you to do. And he always was kind of disappointed that you didn't follow that path. Is that right?
He was a physician, so was I.
It was like he had your life carved out of all the things you were supposed to do. And he never could make him happy, right? Whatever you did, you're never going to make him happy. So he's up there saying, I am very happy now, okay? Now, we're going to work on his energy, which is right here. This is where we store our family stuff. Now, you're lucky you haven't put on a lot of weight, but a lot of people that have the family issues, they store it right here on their hips and their thighs. And that's why you can't lose weight. If you could diet and exercise and all that, if you don't release that underlying energy, you're never going to get rid of it. So we're going to work on any old family issues you've got stored in there. Go ahead and put your hands on your hips. Close your eyes. We're going to ask Spirit to connect in to release any negative energy with our early childhood. Think about what your parents said that hurt you, or anybody at school. Anything from your early life that you know is still bothering you. Let's go ahead and send a little bit of love and see if we can send forgiveness. And let's ask Spirit to change our energy, remove anything negative from our hips or thighs, anything to do with family, and also release any extra weight that's here without dieting or exercise. Would you like to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Okay. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You're wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I want to kind of get to everybody and make sure that all your wishes. So maybe we'll see if we have time at the end. If not, you can come see me, and I will give you all a mini little healing there. All right, so everybody got a card earlier and wrote down all the things they want to manifest on their card. Any kind of piece of paper. Did anybody not have a piece of paper? If you didn't, put your hand up. And Vanessa will come over with a piece of paper for you. And you're going to put your name and your email on one side for winning some free stuff. And on the other side, we're going to write down all the things that you want to have in your life. So just have another look at your list. Make sure you put down all the beautiful things you want to have in your life. You can put a few things for friends, but we need to put things for you. We need to ask now what you want to have in your life. And it's only a little piece of paper, so put on the bottom anything else I've forgotten about so spirits can take care of the detail. Right, did everybody get a free crystal? Did anybody not get a crystal? Put your hand up. Okay, Vanessa, same one. Okay, the crystal we're going to use as our anchor, because sometimes we'll say, okay, I really want to manifest this, and we'll put it out there, and then this little voice in our mind goes, oh, no, I couldn't afford that, I couldn't do that, there's no way I could do that, right? When you take your subconscious thoughts and you put it into an object, like a lucky penny or lucky stone, you're putting your thoughts out there, you're taking away that back talk. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to use that little crystal as an anchor, and you're going to put your thoughts into that crystal, your positive thoughts of all the things that you want, and that will not allow you to back talk. Don't be superstitious about this crystal. If you lose it, it's not unlucky. Don't go, oh no, I'm not going to get my wish now. Just pick up something else, a penny or something else. Use an anchor. Don't be superstitious about it. You're just using it. And I use this in my book for the 30-day program. I have them use an anchor, and they keep that for the full 30 days and just wear it on your body. So you're going to keep this crystal today, and we're going to imprint it with your energy and ask it to go to work for us. So then you can put it in your pocket, keep it on your body, keep it in your handbag, keep it somewhere around you. All right, everybody got that? Right, so close your eyes. We're going to have your crystal in your right hand, and just start rubbing your crystal, and leave your card like on your lap or somewhere. And start rubbing your crystal. Close your eyes. Uncross your arms and your legs. We want the energy to come down and be able to flow through you. Now, whenever we do any kind of spiritual work, we always ask for protection. So close your eyes and envision a beautiful ball of white light in the sky, shining down on your head, and then coming down over your body, over your shoulders, over your arms, all the way down to the ground and completely engulfing you in this bubble of white light. This is white light from divine source. We're asking that only beautiful benevolent spirits come in and around our aura. Only beautiful benevolent spirits that want to work with us tonight. Feel the beautiful energy around you and go ahead and take a deep breath. Breathe in that beautiful white light. And as you release out all the things you're worried about, all the things you want to get rid of in your life. So breathe in that beautiful white light energy, and then release out all the things you want to get rid of. Now, to connect in more strongly with the spirit world, we're going to ask one of our loved ones in spirit come and join us. So I want you to imagine that someone that you love dearly that's in spirit is sitting next to you on your right-hand side. Close your eyes and envision them sitting next to you on your right-hand side. Hold their hand and talk to them. Imagine if they were here right now, tonight, in this room, what you would say to them. Feel them there. Feel them loving you, and feel that beautiful connection between you. And then tell them about that little time, that little thing you did together when they were alive. Think about a time that you were together, and feel a nice little moment between you. And visualize that as strongly as you can. Tell them, wasn't that great? And feel that what was going on. But more than anything, we want to open up your heart and feel it. We want to open up your heart chakra, and we want to feel that love. And then tell them that that love is as strong today as it was back then. So go ahead and really, really feel that love between you and that beautiful person in spirit. Hold their hand and talk to them. And this is allowing them to connect in, to raise your vibrational energy. We're going to allow our spiritual body to raise in vibration, to become a little bit lighter, a little bit higher, a little bit faster, so it can actually lift up slightly out of your body. All right, we're going to ask beautiful, benevolent spirits to come in and around and work with you. We're going to ask all the beautiful angels and guides that you work with, your personal guides. Ask Jesus and Mary. Let's ask any spirits from Brazil that want to come in, Dom Inácio, Dr. Augusto. Let's ask Babaji, all the great saints and angels. Let's feel them. Anybody that wants to work with you, feel them coming and descending on this room and coming all around your aura and wrapping their beautiful energy all around you so you feel completely caressed in this beautiful, beautiful white light. And tell them right now what is holding you back. What would you like to release in your life? What is holding you back in your career? What is stopping you at work? What is stopping you from living that abundant life? Tell them to remove all the blocks and ties, all the negative relationships that are around you, any negative energy that you've picked up from anybody, any negative thoughts. Ask them to clear your aura and remove anything that's holding you back. If there's a particular health issue, particular place of your body, go ahead and put your hand right there, right now, and ask Spirit to work on that area of your body. Let's ask them to release anything negative in and around your aura and also within your cells of your body. Ask them to clear off, removing all negativity so that you can be a completely bright, beautiful white light. Okay, put your hand over your heart. That means that Spirit can go anywhere they want to release anything negative, give you a complete clearing. Now feel that beautiful light that comes right from under your solar plexus, getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter till it is all around you. This beautiful bright light. You are now completely clear of all ties and all blocks, and anything you want is right now available to you. So think about what's on your list right now. In your mind, go down your list and think about what you've asked for. And visualize these things coming into your life right now. Visualize having these things because they're right there on the psychic plane waiting for you. Visualize having them. Okay, now think bigger. Think bigger than what is on your list. Come on, think bigger than that. You haven't asked for very much. Go ahead and think about what you'd really like to have in your life right now. Don't think about the restraints of your world right now. What would you really like to do? What would be your perfect career? What would be your sole purpose if you could do anything in the world that you would like to do? What would make you really happy? Think about that. Ask for that. Ask for to live your sole purpose in abundance. Ask for all the beautiful things that you'd like to have in your life. Think big as you can possibly think. What would you like to do with your life? What would your life be like if it was absolutely perfect? Perfect relationships, perfect health, perfect career. Think about that right now. Because that is yours by divine right. It is right there on the psychic plane, and all you have to do is put out permission and say, I am willing to have this right now in my life, and it is going to come to you. All you're doing is giving permission to the spirits, and they are going to bring that to you. So you visualize that, you see that, and you think as big as you possibly can. Go ahead and dream as big as you possibly can, because it is right there ready to manifest for you. Keep your eyes closed, but stand up, holding your crystal in your right hand. You can put your stuff on the floor if you want. Keep your eyes closed, holding your crystal in your right hand. Repeat after me. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. I will live my life in abundance. I will be directed to live my soul purpose. I will have a healthy, physical, emotional body. Everything I want is mine by divine right. It is right there on the psychic plane, and I visualize it coming to me. And today I'm going to go forward and live my life purpose in abundance. Now just say thank you to the spirits and just think about what that means. Because your life is changed forever. So just close your eyes and say thank you to those beautiful spirits that are working with you. Because these are not my spirits, these are your spirits. These work with you at home, wherever you are, at work, whenever you take a moment to just tune in and ask. Just get quiet and think about it and just say, I need some help, and they will come to you. But right now, we've got a beautiful physical life to live. So gradually bring yourself back into your physical body. Feeling that amazing love that you have for these beautiful spirits. And what a fantastic life you have to lead. Gently open your eyes and turn to somebody that you absolutely don't know, never seen before in your life, and give them a big hug. Go ahead, give a little bit of love to somebody you don't know. Go ahead, turn around, give them a big hug. Let's spread that love, because this love is what it's all about. Pass your cards up to the front. We're going to give away some free stuff, and then I'm going to put your cards in my healing triangle. So go ahead and just bring your cards up here, pass them up to the front. I'm going to give away some free stuff. Okay, of course, I'm going to give away my 30 Days to Prosperity book. Bring your cards up here, bring your cards up here. If you don't manifest it right now tonight, it's only $13. And if you don't make the money that you want, I give you your money back. So it's a $13 investment. I will, of course, sign it for you and give you a little attunement to Spirit. So I'm going to pick a lucky winner for that in a minute. That's going to be my manifesting book. I'm going to give away my How to Talk to Your Pets. Who has little critters at home? When you open up spiritually, you can become a medium and talk to spirits on the other side. You can manifest money, but you can also talk to your pets. It's very, very easy. We can all do it. So this is a little program on how to talk to your pets. Okay, tomorrow I am going to be talking about healing, about spiritual healing, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about this guy, John of God. I mentioned him today. John of God, this great healer in Brazil. I had such an amazing time. I ended up writing a book about him. It's about my experiences and gets a little personal at times, but people say they feel the energy. That you feel the energy in the book. You've got the book? You want that? You want to manifest it? Did you put that on your card? Did you write that down on your card that you want to manifest this book? You've got to ask, you see, you've got to ask. People feel the energy when they have this. I've had people say, well, they started reading it, they just put it on their pillow, they hadn't even read it, and they felt the energy coming, the spirits coming and working on them. So if you get the book but you can't really be bothered reading it, it still works. I actually had one lady, her book cover changed color because it had been under a pillow and the energy came and worked with her. If you really can't be bothered reading a book, we made a DVD of John of God. Has interviews of John of God, which is really, really rare to get an interview of John of God. And he does those physical healings. Have you ever seen those physical surgeries you see on YouTube and stuff? Right? When we screen this in Switzerland, as John of God performs the surgery in the movie, and goes sticks this thing up this lady's nose, one of the ladies in the audience, her nose started bleeding because she was having an actual spiritual surgery. So you watch the DVD, get a spiritual surgery, or you can just kind of stick it in and receive it. Don't even need to watch it. So anyway, I go to see this guy, John of God, and I see miracles. People getting up out of wheelchairs, people walking. Now, by the way, when you go see John of God, he's not really a person. I mean, like I say, I connect as a medium, meaning I get little messages. But this guy actually incorporates spirits into his body. I mean, like they come into his body and take over his body. I don't know if I like that, but anyway, he does this. He goes on stage and he goes, and his eyes roll back. And then he's actually a spirit, like this great spirit. So you go up in front of him, you're actually going up to see this great spirit and talk to this being. The great spiritual being of the Expo. So you go up and you ask questions of this great spirit, and what happens is as you walk up, it changes your energy. There was one inside, but there's also thousands around. And as people come up, they're open to it. Now, you have to write down what you want. And they're like, well, that's kind of silly, isn't it? I mean, these are like all-knowing spirits. Surely they know what's wrong with me. But it's not about that. It's about that we have to ask. Because otherwise, the spirits are taking away our karma. They want to help us. They want to shift our energy, but we don't ask. How many times do we pray for somebody, ask for somebody, but we never ask for ourselves? Right? Lots and lots of you do that. We don't ask for ourselves. We don't think about it, right? When we want something spiritually, we have to say, I'd like some help. Our spirit guides, we all have one great benevolent spirit guide that's with us, and many other guides working with us. And often they're going, I'd really like to help her, but she's banging her head against the wall, and, she asked, so she maybe needs a little bit more financial stress. Or, she's fighting with her mother-in-law, but, she hasn't been asked, so I guess she needs a little bit of that stress, a little bit more, right? So they don't know what we want, what we ask for. They can't guess, they can't help us unless we ask. So tonight, we're asking, and that's why you're writing things down. You're asking, you're giving permission to the spirits, and I'm going to take your requests, and I'm going to put them in a triangle, and you're going to receive everything that's down on your list. If you're open for it, and you want it, you're asking, you're going to receive that. Beautiful, high, benevolent beings that can create miracles. Yeah, they can probably bring you a car. That's like a little tiny request. So go ahead and put down on your request. It's a way of putting out what you want. All right, so I go to see John of God, and you can go up and you can ask, I've got a bad knee, I've got this problem, I've got this health problem. But you can also say, I've got this emotional problem, or a business problem, or financial. So I go out to him and I say, okay, I've got an issue with their business. Well, first of all, I go up and I say, well, I don't really need a whole lot. Like physically, I'm pretty good. I've got a few fibroids and stuff, but I like spiritual enlightenment. So he looks at me and he goes, surgery. I'm like, wow, surgery, that's a bit drastic. Okay, right, surgery. Have you seen these things where he puts stuff up people's nose and scrapes their eyeball and all that stuff? Right? Yeah, well, he does these physical surgeries, but a surgery actually means a spiritual surgery, where they change your energy. And you go back to your hotel room, and you're actually working with the spirits. They come to you for 24 hours, and they work with you. So they came back to my room, and I'm watching these people. I'm watching them come in and out, like people coming in. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, you're working on that. All right, what's your name? What you up to, right? And they started working on my chakras. Now, how many of you have done Reiki or some kind of... Yeah, wow. So you guys all know about chakras. I've done Reiki. I thought, how did these spirits in Brazil know about chakras? But they were clearly doing that because they started on my base chakra, which is about family stuff. They start talking to me about my early life and telling me to release some things. Then they move up to my sacral chakra, which is relationships. And we spent like the rest of the day on that area. And I could see them coming in, and I saw this one guy standing in, and I said, well, you look like that spirit, the furrow, the painting in the casa of the spirit Dominacio. But the guy that I'm looking at the guy I'm looking at is completely bald, and the painting's got hair. And his beard's kind of like all all over the place. And he says to me, well, you know, when they paint your picture, they try to be a bit complimentary, so they painted me a little bit more hair, but this is really me. So I actually had this little conversation with the spirits there. But the thing that really impressed me the most was one day I went up in front of John of God and I said, I'd like some help with a business. I have a little business in California I had a little issue with, and I walk up and I hand him my brochure. And he goes, okay, we'll help you. I'm like, that's it? Like, touch me, do something, tell me it's going to be okay, right? So I go off and I'm like, oh, I didn't really get anything, did I? Right? And you're supposed to go sit in this little meditation room, they do a little closing prayer, 5 minutes, and then you're out. And I'm thinking, well, I just, nothing. I got nothing there, no answers or anything. And I'm sitting there kind of cheesed off. And all of a sudden, it was like this white light came down from the ceiling and covered me with this most amazing, amazing feeling of love. So intense. I was crying and crying, but tears of happiness. And this voice came to me like there was a man standing there, not like mediumship, but like a man standing there. And this voice said, but what is your higher purpose? Meaning, don't worry about all this other stuff. This is where it's at. This is what you're striving for. This connection, this is what it is. This is what it's about. And I was so overwhelmed, and I just said, I want to share that with people. And the voice said, so be it. And I know it sounds really corny, but I feel like that one day I actually spoke to God. Of course, I went back every day after that and sat there and tried it again and again, and never quite got that same connection. I know some of you have had it, some of you have had near-death experiences and had that. I know some of you are just like in the shower and you get that experience, but I think it's like a once in a lifetime that you get that amazing connection. So I came back and I had my regular Monday night group, and I said, okay, I went to see John of God, I got some photos, come over to my house, I'm going to share the photos. Nothing spectacular in my email. And about 5 minutes later, this lady calls me up, she goes, what was in your email? I said, what do you mean? She goes, I'm sitting on my computer, I opened up your email, and this white light came over me, and I was completely overwhelmed with happiness, and this feeling came in my wrist. I've had problems with my wrist for years, and all of a sudden, my wrist is working fine. Oh, that's kind of strange. Then I got emails. I got an email from a lady. What happened? I opened your email, I got this white light in my back, and I felt this feeling, and now my back's working. Another one said, I've been waiting and waiting for this check. I was really, really desperate. I opened your email, and then I went to the mailbox, and I got this check for 3 times what I was expecting, and I know it had to do with your email. And then I said, I don't know what's going on here. So that Monday night, normally I'd have like 20, 30 people. I had like 120, 30 people. Couldn't park everybody, and they're all coming up the driveway going, did you feel it? I felt this white light. I felt this white light in my hip here, and oh my gosh, I felt this healing, and I felt this amazing thing. And I said, look, I don't know what's going on here, but obviously these spirits in Brazil want to work with us, and just the fact that you are putting it out there, you are receiving it. And we did a little meditation, and we brought in the energy. And I've done that over and over at events, and people feel it. They feel this connection. So when I say you're not here tonight to see me, you're here tonight to feel and experience these spirit guides, these beautiful benevolent beings that want to work with you. And if you're open to opening your heart and receiving that, because really healing comes from divine source. John of God says he doesn't heal anybody, it's God that heals. And the spirits say they help us. They help us to lift our energy, to open up our hearts. But really the real healing is ours by divine right. It's our true connection to divine. So what we're doing to receive a healing is we're opening our hearts and experiencing and allowing that to come through. So maybe I'll give some examples. Who would like to come up and volunteer for me? Okay, the lady on the end there, and then maybe you want to come up next. Yeah. You want the black with the glasses on your head. Yeah. We worked on this lady over here yesterday, and her throat's much better. I can feel it tonight. Okay, if you can just wait there. This lady, come on up. Well, you are such a beautiful, sensitive soul. You must be doing some kind of healing work, but you're doing it naturally with everybody, and you don't protect yourself. So you're the kind that people come and they ask you for your advice, they dump all their problems on you, you're taking all the family stuff, you're the total mediator, right? But then sometimes you're like, why do I feel drained? Why do I feel tired? Why have I got these strange ailments that nobody else seems to get? Is that right?
That's correct. I also have epilepsy too.
Okay. Because what you're taking on is other people's energy. So we do this, especially the real sensitive ones in here. I'm more clairaudient, so I'm not as bad as some of you. This lady over here in the turquoise, you're very clairsentient. The lady in the pink at the front, lady in the black over there. Yeah, this is quite the lady in the pink. You guys, there's a lot of you that are very sensitive to energy. So you're coming around a place like this going, oh, I feel it, I feel energy, right? You go to the mall and it becomes overwhelming. Yeah, I go to the mall and going shopping. It doesn't really bother me. But some people, they feel a lot of energy, right? Which is great to help people. It's wonderful to do that and be a healer, but you need to do a lot of extra protection. And all you do is you put white light around you. Whether you believe in God or angels, just say that's surrounding me, and then nothing negative can come around. But what's happened with you is you've had a lot of all these other people's problems, and the energy has come and it's sitting right on you, and overwhelming at night especially. You get a lot of thoughts and a lot of difficulty sleeping, and you actually sense and feel that there are spirits around you, right? Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to clear off her energy, and anybody else in the room that wants to work on this, we're going to use her as a surrogate, but it's going to work on everybody, right? So if you want to join in, you just uncross your arms and your legs so that you can really feel that energy flowing. And you have somebody that's like a brother in spirit. It's a friend that passed away in some kind of accident. You know who that is? Somebody coming around you who's been gone quite a long time and just wants to say hello, that he's here. But I think you've been around a lot of tragedy. Right, okay. All right, so close your eyes. And we're going to ask to connect in with these beautiful benevolent spirits. We're going to ask that their energy come all the way around us. Release any negative ties. Release any energy that's not ours, any attachments that are around us, any energy that's not serving us. Completely clear off our aura. Do you want to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. All right, wow. So just check with your cousin David, give him a lot of love and support, but it's going to be fun, okay? All right, thank you. All right, did you guys feel that? Did you feel that energy? It works for everybody in the audience just as strongly as it works for the one that's up here, because what you're doing is you're opening up and you're asking for that connection. Okay, now, you keep a lot of stored energy right here, right? You do a lot of exercising and you keep yourself really fit and healthy, but for some reason you always keep a little bit here, and that's because it's family stuff, right? So how many of you have that where you diet and exercise, but this last little bit in this area on your hips and your thighs you have a hard time with? Okay, yours is particularly with mom when you were young. There's feel like you want a much stronger connection with mom and that you're working on it, but there's some old stuff. But there's also an auntie in the mix. Do you know what I'm talking about here? There's something from when you were a lot younger. Right? Is your dad, is there a big distance with your dad? Is your dad gone now? No? Okay. There's definitely a feeling of I'm not connecting with family. Yeah? You feel a little bit different. Okay. You have also you have a lot of energies from other dimensions, so you've always felt a little bit different to everybody. But there's some stuff that's been bothering you from when you were younger, okay? Right, so what I want you to do is I want you to put your hands on your hips and your thighs. Now, who else do we have? This lady over here with the spotted shirt, yeah. We need a little forgiveness to Dad, okay? Think about things that have happened in your early childhood with your mom or your dad. This lady here with the glasses on, I know they're past now, but go ahead and send a little bit of forgiveness. It's hard to forgive, especially if it's something really hurtful, but you want to just say, okay, I just want to release that. I don't want that to bother me anymore. This lady here with the black hair with the blue top on. Yes, you looking your hand. A little bit to mum again. All right, so we're going to work on this. Put your hands on your hips and your thighs. And she's asking me, should she be remembering? Sometimes it's so deep-rooted, we just have kind of an inkling, but we don't really know what it is. And often it's come from past life. Often the stuff that's bothering us in our early childhood has come from a past life. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Spirit to connect in and release anything that is bothering us from this lifetime or past lifetime. Close your eyes. And particularly think about releasing anything from your early childhood. And if you know something specific, go ahead and just send them a little bit of forgiveness, a little bit of love, a little bit of understanding. Know that we chose our parents. We chose all our experiences. Would you like to remove any negative energy from your early childhood and lose weight without dieting or exercise? Give me a big yes.
Yes!
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. All right, wonderful. Okay, and don't be so worried about work. Everything's going to work out fine. About 3 months, everything's going to be better. Okay, your grandma's with you, your mum's mum. Okay, who wants to come up next? The lady with the dark hair, with the blue, yeah. And the lady on the end over there. Yes, with the white on. So, I say that I'm not very sensitive. I have to kind of turn it on, turn it off. But I am actually more clairaudient, which means I get ringing in my right ear. Who gets ringing in the right ear? Okay. When that first started, I thought I was using my cell phone too much. That means you're clairaudient. That means you get more messages. Who wants to go first? That means you get more messages. So some of us feel, some of us see. If I saw a ghost standing there, I would run the other way. But I know some of you do. And then some of us get messages, and that's the ringing in the right ear. But when I do this, I try to let Spirit use my body and to feel what's going on. I feel a lot here on this right side here, right? So you get bothered right hip, especially maybe a bit in your right knee. Yes. Now you're going to tell me you actually did something, like you had a fall or you twisted it somehow.
I fell in Italy 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but why did you fall, you see? It's not that you fell and then problems happen. You already created that energy. And what this energy is that's stuck here is not moving forward. Now this for you is relationships, right? Some people, this is your emotional side. So some people it's more like feeling like you're stuck, you can't get your, going forward emotionally, like perhaps you don't feel like you're going anywhere in life. But this particular one's relationships, right? And it's like, especially when you know you should move, but you don't, you're scared. So you know you should do something, you're scared of taking that step, and if you don't take that step, eventually you can have hip problems and knee problems, right? Anybody else got right hip, knee problems? Yeah, because you see now you know what it's all about, right? Your left side is more physical things, more like a job, or moving, got to move somewhere, got to move out of a job. Who's got left knee or hip problems, right? Yeah. Who's got both? Yeah, well, you guys are really stuck. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask Spirit to remove that energy, and that will allow you to move forward in the area that you're thinking about. So go ahead and put your hand right where it's bothering you, so you can be your right hip. Yours actually is a little bit of both, because it involves a move too, okay? So close your eyes. Anybody wants to join in, close your eyes, put your hands on your hips or your knee, wherever's bothering you. Make sure you've not got any crossed arms and legs. And we're going to ask to connect in with these beautiful benevolent spirits, to open up your heart and to really feel that beautiful energy coming through you. And we're willing to remove any negative energy from our right side to help us move forward. Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Okay, left side. Anything? We're going to ask Spirit to remove any negative energy that's stopping us from moving forward physically. You want to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wonderful. Stand up, see if you feel any better. Does that leg feel better? Yes, gone now, right? Wonderful. Yay! Thank you. You're very welcome. And again, it's not me, it's her that's receiving it, and the spirits are helping. All right, sweetheart. Yeah, now you got, Spirit's very, very proud that you came up today, because you don't normally volunteer for things, you normally kind of step back, but you know that we need to work on this throat chakra, okay? And I know because I'm looking at it going, right? And so this stems from years and years of not talking about things, and you've always felt a little bit shy, and it's actually from past life things where you did speak up, and you kind of got persecuted for it, so now you're a bit worried. Now, do you have reoccurring dreams? Okay, and because that's something to do with your past life. You want to tell me what they're about?
I used to have reoccurring nightmares all the time when I was a child.
Is it anything to do with anything around your neck?
It was pretty scary, yeah. I don't know what.
Okay, so we're going to release that energy, right? But if any of you get a little bit of a sore throat problem, or who's got reoccurring throat issues, always getting sore throats, yeah, you need to look at what's going on in your life. So if you get a little bit of a tickly cough, and you say, I just got that at work, and I don't know what, yeah, well, what were you talking about? Or what, more importantly, we're not talking about, because often it's we're not talking about something, right? So, and if you do it for years and years, it can actually become something, a problem. Yeah, but yours actually stems from hundreds of years ago. So we're going to put our hands on our throat right now, and we're going to work on this throat chakra. Now this is going to open up this beautiful throat chakra, which will help you to speak out, to help you get your career going, help you to advertise yourself, or just to be able to speak to family members. Close your eyes. We're going to work on this throat chakra. I'm going to ask that Spirit change our energy, that we open up, that we're open to receiving this energy, to open up our beautiful throat chakra, remove any negative energy or ties. Do you want to do this? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, all of you coughing over there. Right, thank you. Now give me a hug. Okay, now I want you to say how that feels, because it's important that you talk.
Feels good.
Wow, that was much clearer. Thank you. Right, and a big thank you from Spirit, because you're always helping everybody out. Okay, let's see. Next one we have. Okay, a couple more. Right, who else wants to get up? This lady here, and the man on the end. All right, now, this lady here, as soon as she walks up, I'm feeling it right here in my lower back. She's laughing. A lot of tension right here in the lower back. This is financial stress, you might have guessed, right? And about 8 months, it's been really bad, right? So do you actually have problems in your lower back?
Yes, I do.
How long's it been going on?
Years.
But more difficult in the last 8 months?
Working.
That's when her husband stopped working and she started to get this. Oh, what a surprise. Okay, so this is where we hold our financial tension. This is where we stress. And when we do that, we actually push money away. We push manifesting away from us. So as we work on our lower back to receive energy and release that pain in the lower back, and my back's going to feel a lot better. Anybody else in the audience wants to join in if you've got lower back problems? This will also help you financially. So if you know you've been taking on too much stress, and you don't say no to people. So you've been helping out, even though you had your own problems, you're also helping out a bunch of other people, right? And some of the people you're helping out, you know what I'm talking about. You need to just say they've got to stand on their own 2 feet, right? Okay, especially kids. It's hard with our own, right? But you just got to let them learn sometimes. Okay, if you want to join in, this is going to help our financial manifesting area, put us in the flow of money. So if you want to do that, so everybody put your hand on your lower back. And if you just need to do this, they can see me afterwards. All right, close your eyes. We're going to ask to connect in with beautiful benevolent spirits who want us to receive all the abundance that we'd like to have. Remove any negativity, any pain from our lower back, and put us in the flow of money. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Lean forward a little bit. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Okay, now stand up and have a feel at that. That feels so much better, huh? Oh, give me a hug. Now, all of you that did that and you get a nice money surprise tonight, you got to email me. I had a lady in New York and we did manifesting, and she did a little thing on her sheet there for her mom needed a little bit of help financially. And so she wrote down, can my mum have a little bit of help from Spirit? And her mum called her up the next day and she said, you won't believe this. Now her mum likes to play around with stocks, like maybe $100 here or there online. And that night, she put in the wrong code and bought the wrong stock. And when she woke up in the morning, that wrong stock had made her $26,000. So just be open wherever it's going to come from. It might be a surprise. Okay, now, big hug from Dad. Big hug. Now, you had a really, really hard time with your dad, and that's why you've got throat and lung problems here. Feet problems. Okay, all your lower base chakra all the way down to the ground. This is all to do with family stuff and security. Yeah, you had a stroke too. Okay, but we need to work on that difficulty with your dad when you were younger, okay? Right? Now he's passed on now and just wants to say that before he wanted to rule your life and tell you everything that he wanted you to do. And now he's looking at you and he's saying you've made fantastic decisions, much better than I have.
I did, yes, I did, yes, I did. Yeah.
Good. Okay, he wants to acknowledge that and tell you what a wonderful job you're doing in your business and as a parent, which he said he never was that good at that. Okay, so we're going to work particularly on your feet, really, because we need to work on the feet. The feet, again, not moving forward. You have to do with more your base chakra. If any of you feel like you're a little bit spaced out, what you do is you just take tree roots of white light through your feet down to Mother Earth. Just visualize that. So if any of you feel like you're not sure where you're going, you feel like you're not very stable, I'm going to visualize tree roots of white light. If you ever feel like you're a bit spacey, I'm going to work on your feet, okay? All right. Anybody wants to work on this? Anybody feels like they're completely out of sync? The base of support is gone. They don't know where they're going in life. They can't visualize where they are. Anybody wants to do that? Let's join in. Okay. Close your eyes. Make sure your feet are firmly on the ground. Close your eyes and we ask to connect in with the beautiful spirit world to remove any negative energy, anything that's holding you back, to clear off all your chakras, especially your base chakra. You want to do that? Give me a big yes. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wonderful. Okay, and I'm just being told that somebody else needs to come up. Who else wants to come up? The lady in the pink. The lady in the green over there. Now, I have some crystals from John of God. I'm going to pass some of those out. Crystals come from the mountain where John of God built his healing center. So we're going to pass some little free crystals about. And John of God was told to build his healing center in a place called Abadiânia, which is the middle of blooming nowhere, central Brazil. And he had no idea why, but he went there and he built this place. And then afterwards, they discovered that inside this mountain were these caverns of beautiful quartz crystals. And so what they did is they started to mine these crystals, and they sell a few of them in the shop. Now imagine, who works with quartz crystals knows about the energy of crystals? Yeah, well, they hold great energy. So imagine these crystals have been inside Mother Earth, in this beautiful place, underneath this healing center. And this healing center has been there for 30 years. And then these crystals are blessed by these entities. So they have fantastic energy. I'm passing around little ones. I do have some bigger ones. If you're interested in a bigger one, you can come see me later, but I have some like this. These I bought at the Casa. They didn't look quite like this, but when I went in to see John of God last time, I did a surrogate surgery for somebody. I went to the spiritual surgery room, and when I came out, all my crystals were all sparkling clear. So I have some of these special bigger ones, but the small ones that I'm giving you tonight also have very high energy. And if you hold them in your hand, you might feel it coming up your arm, or if you hold them over your heart. So I'm going to pass those around because in a minute we're going to work with those. Come have a seat. I also have some of the crystals carved into pendulums. Anybody ever seen a pendulum or worked with a pendulum? I'm going to be showing you a little bit about pendulums tomorrow. But you can use a pendulum to check chakras, right? And I know right away which chakras are shut down, but I'm going to show you which chakras. And you can use a pendulum, you can just put it around the chakra, that's a crown chakra, that's nice and open. So you just take any weight on the end of a string, but you know, these special pendulums are really nice. And you just put it right by the chakra and it will show you, like a magnet, where the chakra is. That's the third eye, that's pretty good. And then the throat, that's pretty good. And the heart. And the solar plexus. And you're just looking for a nice little rotation. Okay, now the relationship area. She's laughing, right? Okay, here's the relationship area. You see that? Not going anywhere, is it, right? So, you know, you can feel energy, but you can also cheat by using a pendulum. And your base chakra, let's see your base chakra. Yeah, base chakra's pretty good. All right, so the main one that we need to work on is this relationship chakra, which is completely zero right now. Is that true? Okay, and the thing is, you've got a couple of old relationships in there that you haven't completely released. And often we say, well, I don't have somebody, I can't find a nice person in my life. Everybody meets the same one over and over. Now, these two relationships I'm talking about, it's like the same person, like the same lesson. Look completely different, but like the same lesson, right? Yeah. So we do that. I've done that. I married the same guy twice. They look completely different. So if we have an experience with a relationship and we don't completely clear it off, it's going to stick there and we're going to attract that same person over and over. And sometimes Spirit says, hey, you're better off being by yourself until you can release that. So if you're not bringing anybody into your life, maybe it's a little bit of protection because you don't want anybody right now until you get rid of that. Aww. All right, so would you like to remove any negative energy from this area? Okay, and do you actually have some problems with your ovaries? The cysts on your ovaries? Yeah, kicking your butt. All right, it doesn't need to kick your butt. We're just going to release that and then it won't kick your butt anymore. Anybody wants to work on old relationships, go ahead, put your hands right here. If you've got any physical problems here, we'll release anything physical. Close your eyes. We'll connect in with the spirit world and we'll ask them to remove, release anything physical that's going on there. Close your eyes and think about those past relationships. And go ahead, relive them a little bit, but just send some love and light and understanding. We don't want that yucky energy anymore. We'll let spirit change our energy, remove anything there that's not serving us. Do you want to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a big release for you. Okay, you need to drink a lot of water. Thank you, darling. Give me a hug. Thank you. All right, I'm just going to take one more and then I'm going to do everybody together. And what we're going to work on here is a third eye. Right? You need a little bit more direction. Not sure where you're going, right? You're actually very good at manifesting, but you're kind of all over scattered and the universe doesn't really know what to bring you. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we're going to open up this third eye. Who wants to be more clairvoyant, be able to see their way a little bit more, and also will help your eyesight too. So let's open up that third eye. So close your eyes. Put your hand right over your third eye. And we're going to ask to release anything that is blocking your third eye. To open that up. To release any negative energy, to make you more clairvoyant, to be able to see your way better. Do you want to do that? Give me a yes.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Wow, how many of you actually saw blue or purple right there? You actually see, you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more. All right, give me a hug. And your career is going to be a lot more clear on the direction you want to go. Okay, everybody got a free crystal? Did everybody get one? If you didn't, put your hand up. Okay, can we pass those free crystals around? Okay, we've got a couple of bags going around. If you can grab one quickly and pass those on. And we're going to work with these beautiful energy crystals. Now, does everybody have written down on a piece of paper Everybody had a piece of paper? If you didn't have a piece of paper or a little index card, put your hand up. We'll get you a card. Okay, have a look at a piece of paper and write down all the special blessings you'd like to have, all the special healing that you would like to have, anything physical. And what we're doing is we're giving permission to the Spirit. By the way, here's one of my really, really big crystals. So I'm going to be here all weekend. I hope you'll come and have a feel of my big crystals and feel that energy. I also have my triangle right over there, and I'm going to have that here the whole show. And I encourage you to come up with your crystal or anything else that you want blessed and just touch it on the triangle. After this event, there's going to be somebody else, so I'll take it out there. And please, just bring your little crystal up and just, touch the triangle with it and get a little bit of power. But what we do is we hold the crystal over our heart, and that connects us with this beautiful energy and helps us to connect, especially with this energy where it came from. So especially to connect us with these beautiful benevolent spirits. If you don't have a crystal, you can just put your hand over your heart, but it's nice to use that to connect. And we can just ask Spirit at night just to clear us off, especially if you're doing any kind of healing work, you want to do that at night. So on your piece of paper, you should have your name and your email on one side, and on the other side, all the things you want to have. Right now, close your eyes. If you have a crystal, put it over your heart. If not, just put your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. And let's ask to receive this beautiful energy. First, we ask for protection, a beautiful white light of protection all around us, completely encompassing us in white light. We're going to breathe in that beautiful white light energy and then release out all your negativity. You're going to breathe in all the beautiful things you want to have in your life and release out all your negativity. Now, to connect in most strongly with Spirit, we're going to think about a loved one that you have, somebody in Spirit that you've loved and lost, and imagine that they are sitting right now on your right-hand side. Imagine this loved one in Spirit is here today with you. If they were here right now, holding your hand, what would they say to you? And what would you say to them? Go ahead and feel them as vividly as you can, sitting right next to you. And talk to them about when they were alive and that wonderful little fun thing you did together. And just find a moment where you can feel that connection and remember that love between you. I want you to think of vividly as possible and experience them here today right next to you as vividly as possible. But more than anything, you need to feel it. Open your heart chakra and feel that beautiful love between you. Because when you feel love, when you send love to somebody, it automatically draws in more love down through your crown. So go ahead and send love to this beautiful loved one that's with you. Keep sending them love, because as you do, you're going to open up your heart. And as you open up your heart, you're asking for this beautiful white light to come in. We're asking for this beautiful white light to come in, and all around us, we're accepting this beautiful, loving energy into our life. We're feeling this beautiful spiritual energy coming down and all around us. Inviting the spirits now to work with you. Inviting the beautiful angels, the benevolent spirits, the higher guides and masters, the spirits that work with you. Let's ask the spirits from Brazil that want to come in. Let's ask Dominacio and Dr. Augusto and any spirits that want to come and work with you. Jesus and Mary and Babaji. Ask beautiful, benevolent spirits and angels to wrap their energy all around you. Ask them to release all the negativity, all the bad ties, all this bad energy that's around you. Help to dissolve that. See it disappearing. Go ahead and put your hand right on any part of your body that needs a little extra healing. Go ahead and put your hand right there and say, Spirits, I give you permission right now to change the energy here right now and to release this negative thing that I have right now. Please send some extra healing energy to this place on my body. I ask and I am open to receive and to release this negative energy. Okay, put your hand on your heart again. That's telling Spirit anywhere in my body that I need to be released. I give permission to release anything negative in my past, in my energy fields, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Release all ties and negative energy. And feel that beautiful white light that is all around you. Okay, now let's fill that void that beautiful white light with all the things you want to bring into your life. What do you want to bring into your life right now? Think about what's written on your card. Think about your perfect life. What do you want to have in your life right now? Think about the perfect relationships, the opportunities that you want to have. Live in your soul purpose. What is your soul purpose? Think about what is really your soul purpose. What do you want that's on your card? What do you want? And then think bigger. Think bigger than what you've written on your card. What would you really, really like to have in your life? If you could live your soul purpose in abundance, what would you do with your life? Just think about that, because that is right there for you. That is right there on the psychic plane. It's right there ready to come to you. All you have to do is ask. This connection is yours. These beautiful spirits are working with you. Whenever you ask, they will be there. Now go ahead and ask for any of your loved ones. Loved ones are at home that need some extra healing. Go ahead and just put out their name to the spirits and say, can you please send some healing to this person right now? Please send them the healing energy that they need, and ask for your loved ones at home. Now feel that connection. Feel that openness in your heart, because it is with opening your heart and feeling and experiencing this love that you can connect with these beautiful spirits, and that you receive the healing that you so deserve. And you're going to go home tonight and you're going to feel this, because this is yours forever. And your life is going to be changed, because from now on you are going to completely live your soul purpose in abundance, and you're going to have a happy, healthy, beautiful life ahead of you. So bring your energy back, because we need to be in a physical body right now. Bring your energy back, feel your feet on the ground, open your eyes, twiddle your fingers, and turn to somebody you absolutely don't know and give them a big hug. Go find somebody in the room you absolutely don't know. Spread a little bit of this love. Let's feel that beautiful, loving energy. Okay, pass up your cards. Pass up your cards to the front, because we're going to win some free stuff. So keep loving everybody in the room, but pass your cards up. Let's collect these cards, because I'm going to give away some free stuff. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to give away is my John of God book. Pass your cards up. I'm going to give away my John of God book. John of God, Just a Man. I had so many amazing experiences with John of God. I had to write a book about it. When you read this and your mind travels to Brazil, you will find that you are opening up to that spiritual energy. And people often say, as they are reading it, they actually receive healings. They receive the spiritual energy. So don't be surprised if you read this book and you feel them working on you. You feel yourself having a spiritual surgery. Don't really have to read it. You just stick it under your pillow and sit back and receive the beautiful energy. But if you really don't like to read, we made a DVD of John of God. We got rare interviews of John of God. We got all that footage of him sticking things up people's noses and doing all that crazy surgery stuff. And if he can do that, if the spirits can do these kind of surgeries, they can bring you that little thing that you're asking for. So you can put in the DVD, watch the DVD and get the energy. I'm going to pull these cards in a minute. Come on, get the rest of your cards up. Anybody see me on Friday talking about manifesting? This is the first book I wrote. I didn't really write it, I cheated. Spirit actually put it on my computer. So this is actually a gift from Spirit. It's a 30-day program. Whether you believe it or not, it brings abundance into your life. If you don't win it tonight, it's $13. And if you don't bring the money into your life that you want, I give you $13 back. So it's guaranteed. Who has critters at home? Who has animals? Yeah. Well, if we open up and we are aware of the other side, we can do it all. We can do mediumship, we can do healing, but we can also talk to our animals. So I'm going to give that away. So I'm going to pull the lucky winner. So the lucky winner for the John of God book is Kathy Robuski. Kathy, congratulations. And you bring it up to me later. I will sign it for you. Any of you want to get a book, bring it to me. I will give a little mini healing and reading for you. So bring your stuff up. Come see me. Bring pictures of your animals. I'll give you a little reading. Okay, John of God DVD goes to Helen. Hope Victoria. Helen, congratulations. So if you didn't win the DVD, the book is $15, the DVD is $20, and you receive that beautiful healing right through these objects, through the crystals, all of it. Okay, my manifesting. Who wants to manifest some abundance in their life? Who actually put that on the card to win this book? Addie, Dashel. She's laughing. Did you ask to win this? You needed some abundance in your life. You asked for that. Yes. Okay, how to talk to your pets. Amy Jabel. Amy. Congratulations. So if you want a little reading afterwards, want a little healing, you like what I did, come and see me. But also, tomorrow, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do this. Who signed up for tomorrow already? Some of you. Okay. There's a few VIPs left. I think there's quite a lot of the regular ones. I'm going to teach you how to do mediumship and healing because you can all do it. And I'm actually going to do an attunement for the VIPs. So I'll actually do an individual attunement and I'll do a group attunement for everybody else. So I'm going to teach you how to use pendulums, how to use crystals, how to connect in with spirit, how to be a medium, how to channel this energy. Okay, and for my meditation CD, which is 4 different meditations, you put it in, you get your healing. Rosa, congratulations. And then on Monday, I'm going to stay and I'm going to go to the casino here, the Valley Forge Casino. I'm going to do a whole day on manifesting, empowerment, and a whole evening on Reiki. And I'm going to give $25 off the empowerment course to Brooke, LA Star 7, Yahoo. If you want to do the empowerment, come and see me. And $25 off the Reiki one. 25 off the Reiki one goes to Amara Davino, Hotmail. Congratulations. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. I'm going to be right outside here. My booth is right at the bottom. I hope you come and see me.